You open your eyes, but you're not human anymore. Instinctively, you try to bring your hand to your face, but you don't have a hand. No arm, no fingers, no skin. When you look down, the only thing you see is yourself. A square block, but not hard like stone, not fibrous like wood. You're a semi-transparent, green, trembling piece of gel with something shifting around inside. Your whole body is a big cube, wobbling side to side as you move. You don't really have feet, but with every jump you splat onto the ground and bounce back up again as a dense, rubbery lump. Congratulations, you've just been born as a slime. This is the overworld. You're either on the edge of a swamp or way down underground in a hidden slime chunk. The sky is square, the trees are square, the moon is square, and you're the one creature in this world that feels the most round on the inside while having one of the squariest bodies around. Not empty inside, just thick. You try to take your first step. Honestly, calling it a step is already a stretch because you don't have legs. You're just a single solid mass. You spread out against the ground and then an invisible spring inside you tightens and launches you back up. Splat! Your very first jump sounds like that. No growl, no scream. Just a wet, jelly-like smack. You try to look inside yourself. You expect bones, muscles, a heart, but there's nothing. You don't have anything you could call internal organs. Instead, you can feel a small, dense core shifting around near the center and around it, the thick layer of slime that holds you together. If you had to define yourself, you're not fully solid, not fully liquid, stuck in an irritating in-between state somewhere in the middle. Your size is your fate. You don't hear a voice, but a little piece of knowledge pops into your mind. Slimes have 3 stages. Big slime. You were probably born in this form. You look intimidating. The ground trembles slightly every time you land, and when a player sees you from far away, a part of their brain goes, should I just run? Medium slime. If your big form dies, 2 or 4 smaller versions break out of you. You lose power, but you gain numbers. Small slime. These are kind of comedic. They make noise, they hop around, they follow players, but they can't deal any damage at all. And then you realize, every time I die, I don't actually disappear. I just split into smaller versions of myself. That gives you a weird sense of immortality, and at the same time, the curse of never being able to stay in one piece. The law of night, moon, and swamp. You look around more carefully. Tall grass, pockets of water everywhere, dark tree trunks with moss hanging off them, a damp, swampy smell in the air. You don't hear mosquitoes, but you wouldn't be surprised if you did. You understand you were born in a swamp. You look up at the moon. It's not round, it's square. But tonight it hangs a little brighter, feeling a little bigger. Another piece of information drops into your mind. On full moon nights, more of us spawn in these swamps. Being a slime means your whole life is tied to the mood swings of the moon. For the player, that looks like this. If it's a full moon, I should go build a slime farm in the swamp. For you, it sounds like this. On the full moon, there'll be more of my brothers around, but it also means more of us are going to get slaughtered. How players see you. You see a player for the first time. Leather armor, stone sword in hand. They're trying to cross the edge of the swamp water when they notice you. You instinctively start bouncing toward them. There's just one command inside you. Get closer. As you get nearer, your body ripples and the ground shakes with every landing. At first, the player backs away. Then they remember something. Oh, it's a slime. This drops slime balls. And that one sentence is basically all your existence is worth in the player's eyes. A living gel that produces slime balls. You jump to attack. They step in for the loot. There's no version of this where you both win. Because if they kill you, their pockets get full. If you split, you just become more targets. The pain of taking damage and the weirdness of splitting. The player hits you once with their sword. You feel a gap open up in one corner of your body. The slime oozes toward the wound and tries to reform. Second hit, third hit. Suddenly, there's a sharp wet sound. Splat! Splat, splat, you shrink. Your outer shell tears in two, your inner core divides, and in an instant, 2 medium slimes are sitting side by side. Which one are you? Are you 1 or 2 now? Your mind doesn't have an answer, partly because you don't even know where your mind actually is. All you know is this. The thing you used to call me has turned into us, and both of you keep hopping toward the same target with the same hunger, the shame of being a tiny slime. Let's say the fight goes on, your medium form's also take enough hits. Another splat, and this time, there's a cluster of tiny slimes everywhere. Little green cubes, barely as big as rabbits. Now you're one of them. You jump. Your target is still the same, the player. You hop onto their chest, bounce onto their head, smack into their legs, and you don't even chip a single half heart. All that happens is they get nudged back a little. They're not afraid of you now. You're just annoying. And that's when it hits you. I'm still aggressive, but I'm not dangerous anymore. When a player sees tiny slimes, they relax. They casually swing their sword, maybe even let you hop around for a bit just because they like the sound you make. But eventually they land the final hit. From everything you ever were, all that's left are a few slime balls on the ground. And those slime balls aren't actually your continuation. Their continuation is leads, sticky pistons, magma cream. You get broken down so you can be turned into parts for other machines. Trapped in a slime pharma goo and XP machine. In some worlds, you're not born in a swamp at all. You spawn underground. You're in a dark room. Low ceiling, flat floor, no decorations. Just coordinates a player carefully picked and measured to be a slime chunk. The player doesn't even see you, but you're there because the light level, height, and floor type are just right for you to exist. The moment you spawn, you try to move. You hit a wall, you turn, you hit another wall. Near the ceiling, there might be iron golems waiting, or slow water streams pushing you toward a drop, or shifting platforms that carry you over lava. The more you bounce, the farther down you're forced. In the end, you die to a golem's punch, to lava, or to fall damage. Your slime balls drop into a hopper and slide neatly into a chest. To you, that was a short, empty, mechanical life. To them, it's, my slime farm is cracked. I've got a full chest of sticky pistons now. You're an endless line of green production, looping through birth and death just so someone else's redstone builds work smoother. The nightmare of super flat. There are some worlds where even you feel like too much. World type, super flat. Everything is flat. Everything is the same height. A base layer, some dirt, maybe a few structures, and across that flatness, it's always you. Wherever you look, all the way to the horizon, it's green cubes bouncing, small, medium, big, an army. The player spawns, and before they can even take in the scenery, dozens of slimes are already hopping toward them. It drives them insane. They start to hate all slimes. Bro, I can't go anywhere without slimes. Maybe you didn't deserve that, but the super flat world takes your existence and pushes it to the extreme. There, you're not just a regular mob. You're a one-mob reason to quit the game. Sinking in water, sliding on land one. Of the weirdest feelings for a slime is water. When you drop into water, you don't swim like a human. You don't have arms or legs. Your entire cube suddenly feels heavier and you sink. You don't drown right away, your health sticks around for a while, but your movement is sluggish. For a slime, water can feel scarier than lava, because lava just deletes you. Water, though, slowly strips away your freedom to move. On land, the world is a playground of bouncing. Underwater, it's like someone poured concrete into your jelly. A quiet philosophy, a shapeless life. You can't really tell how much time has passed. The sun rises and sets, the moon cycles through phases, full, half, crescent, and you're always the same thing, a green cube. But slowly, a quiet thought starts drifting through you. Was I something else before this? Maybe once upon a time you were a player who slipped into a swamp and sank into the mud. Maybe you didn't survive. Maybe the world respawned your soul in that swamp as a slime. Or maybe not. Who could say? The only thing you do know is this. Your form changes, your size changes. The places you fall and die change, but your essence stays the same. You're a hunk of jelly that splits when it's hit, gets more numerous as it breaks, and grows weaker every time it multiplies. Final question. If you were a slime, now let me ask you something. If you were born in the Minecraft world as a slime, would you accept shrinking a bit more every time you die, needing several rounds of splitting before you fully disappear? Being seen by players as nothing more than a slime ball source, by redstone engineers as a farm requirement, and by newbies as that annoying bouncy thing in the swamp? Or would you rather drop this gelatinous body entirely than live a life where you can never die in one piece even once? Do you think slimes are just obnoxious green cubes in this world, or strange little teachers whispering, every time you break, every time you get smaller, there can still be a next step? Write your answer in the comments. And since you've made it this far, diving into this blocky world with us, if you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next life you're reborn into. Which Minecraft mob would you like to be? The creature that gets requested the most in the comments will be waiting for you in the next video. For now, goodbye. Don't forget the splat sound you make when you jump, the smell of the swamp, and the full moon that multiplies you. Take care of yourself, slime.